It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very warm welcome back to your Monday morning. This is Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show on SABC3. And it's time, the time of the Monday that we start talking relationships. Now, one of the desirable parts of being in a long-term commitment is, of course, getting to that stage where you are so familiar and comfortable with each other that you almost are in sync. But this, however, can lead to a feeling like you're stuck in a rut. And often couples are perplexed as to how they got into this place to even begin with.
So the question we're asking this morning is, do you feel like you and your partner are getting complacent in your relationship? And how do you and your partner keep things exciting and full of adventure? Well, our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, is back from her travels, and we're so happy. And this morning we're discussing ways in which you can get out of your relationship rut. So please feel free to give us a call on 021 430 9881 with your questions or your comments. Welcome back, Dr. Eve.
Hello.
Looking fantastic.
What's going on?
Woo!
Wow!
How's this? Look at you.
Wow! Tell us more.
That's literally all in one. Hey?
Onesie.
Oh, onesie.
It is a kind of a onesie, isn't it?
So,
It looks wonderful, though.
thank you. From New York.
From New York, New York.
You remember New York?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so the reason for... I see the heartache. The reason for this is because this weekend I'm having a menopause weekend for women here in Cape Town.
Okay.
At Tarragona Lodge in Hart Bay. And one of the things that menopausal women get stuck in is their bodies and feeling as if I'm no longer attractive and I can't find clothes that are going to really fit me and make me feel as good as I used to feel before my body started to change.
Yeah.
So the weekend is for everybody. Come to Cape Town.
Yay.
Come. There are still a few places left. You've got to let me know today. Email me at
Excellent.
Dr.Eve at Dr. Eve
Yeah.
and come and get your place booked for wonderful makeover, dressing, dancing. Maya Price is going to be there, plastic surgeon, gynecologist. We've got the whole troupe of people there to get people to make you feel unstuck.
I love that.
Unstuck.
Talking about unstuck
Yes.
and feeling like you're in a rut, a research has shown that relationships usually start to change around the 7-year mark,
Yeah,
where you feel
this
as
is
though you're in a rut within the, in terms of you and your partner. Why does this happen to even the most loved up of couples?
I'm going to think that that research, or say, that research is a little old.
Yeah.
Probably happened, 10 years ago, because it's a 7-year itch. I think today it happens probably in 7 minutes.
Oh, wow, the 7 minutes.
Wow.
7 months.
Sure.
7 months. People get very complacent very quickly with each other. And one has to look at, how do I get unstuck out of that thing? And one of the ideas is, which is a poll that I put on, right? You saw the poll. Do you think if you change your wardrobe, it's going to help you to get unstuck in your relationship?
Oh, wow.
And you know what the results were? The
What?
last time that I looked, is people were saying, yes, I definitely think if I need to change my clothing or my wardrobe, it's going to help. And part of the poll was, isn't that superficial? And of course it is a superficial thing, but it also makes a huge difference. One has to dig a little deeper and go a little further to feel, why am I feeling stuck?
Yeah.
And what do I do to get unstuck, which is what we want to hear from our viewers today.
Yeah.
How do you get unstuck out of a relationship? And we're not talking, because I saw some of the tweets already, we're not talking about like a toxic relationship. We're talking about a healthy relationship in which people become very familiar with each other and very comfortable, which is great. That's the advantage of being in a long-term relationship.
Absolutely.
But sometimes it can feel, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like this is no more stimulating for me. What do we do to get the vibe back again?
Okay, well, we'll keep our lines open on 021 430 9881 and we engage with you on this topic. Perhaps you've got some ideas on what to do to add that extra bit of spice in your relationship to give it new life. So stay tuned. We'll be back with Dr. Eve shortly.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All the drama of generations, the legacy. But of course, sometimes there's drama in your relationship because it's getting boring. It's been 7 years, or maybe it's been 7 minutes. Now you're bored. You're trying to find out what you can do. Dr. Eve is here to talk to us about that. If you maybe found some ways that you have put new life into your relationship, or you find yourself in that struggle right now, give us a call on 021 430 9881. But Dr. Eve, isn't it kind of like, it's confusing because you want some kind of stability in your relationship, and especially, let's say, in a relationship where there's children involved, and then a certain routine and predictability starts to surface. Shouldn't that be comforting to you? Why are we getting like uncomfortable with that?
Yeah, I like the idea of structure and I like the idea of routine, and especially if they're children, because they need to have that routine very much in place. But then you, as a couple, because we're talking about the couple, get kind of lost in the actual, the boredom,
Yes.
of domesticity,
Yeah.
and then you lose your relationship. So how do you still keep it alive and feeling that we can get unstuck from this routine, that we put the kids to bed and then we have some dinner and then we watch a little bit of TV, we fall asleep, or then we go to bed, or somebody's on their, their device, and that becomes routine. As it's very comfortable. The Netflix and chill generation, we all love that. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic experience. And then you find, well, actually, this is not really as stimulating for me as I want. And I'm hoping that people who are watching us are going to be aware of that before they act out and get online and start chatting to other people and do the cyber infidelity thing or the real in-life infidelity thing, that rather they address it in the relationship and say, you know what, I'm feeling unstimulated. I'm feeling like I want an add-on, because all of us are kind of greedy. We want an add-on into our relationships.
What's an add-on in our relationship?
We're not always comfortable with just what we have, so we're always looking for more. We want to add on something else, whether it's another person or another event or another activity. We're looking to add on, even another child.
Yeah.
We're always looking to add on because we live in a world which says you can't be happy with what you have.
There's
You've
always the
got to have-
pursuit of that more.
Exactly
Wow.
right.
But here's the thing, and I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you about that conversation that you have with your partner. I think if it was
Yeah.
that easy, more people would be doing it,
You're
and then we
right.
wouldn't be having this
You're right.
conversation. If you do realize that your relationship is heading towards a rut, is in a rut, how soon do you address this? Because I think most relationships, one partner may feel it, but is waiting for the other partner to address it, or maybe doesn't want to address it at all because you don't really want to admit that it's there.
Yeah, that's very, very clever, very right. The first thing that one has to do is take knowledge, personal responsibility. You know, I always come back to that. And that is, I'm feeling bored. I'm feeling as if I'm in a rut. Instead of looking or waiting for the partner to do something or for the relationship to become magical again, you want to self-reflect and say, what am I doing that's making me feel bored? What can I do that's going to excite me again? The relationship is one part of the dynamic, but it's not going to do anything without two people being dynamic in it. So what can I do? Let me break my routine. Let us break our routine. So we used to do date night every Wednesday. Let's not do a date night every Wednesday. The rule for me is always like, do something that you always said you would never do. Say yes to things that you would always say no to usually. Things that are out of your comfort zone as a person and then as a couple. It's like, we never do that. We're not that kind of people. We don't hike. You know, we're not that kind. Hike. Go and do that. Expose yourself to something very different.
Okay.
So it's an individual responsibility of each person not to get into a rut, and then it's a couple responsibility to do something completely out of their so-called comfort zone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great advice there from Dr. Eve.
Yeah.
We're looking to have your opinions shared with us too, so please give us a call on 0214309881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's a Monday morning, and Dr. Eve is back again from her travels overseas.
She's
here
back,
to help
she's
us
back.
with our relationship topic today, which is how do you bring back the life and the excitement and the energy back into your relationship? And so we'd like you to call us on 0214309881. And on the line right now, Roger from Randburg. Good morning, Roger.
Morning, Dr. Eve and company. What I'm suggesting is that a couple goes cycling together. You know, buy yourself two ordinary mountain bikes and go cycling together, or otherwise go hiking to join a hiking group and go hiking somewhere in the Berg, or go, there's plenty of hiking trails.
Yeah.
So that's what I suggest.
Wow.
That is great. I like the
that.
cycling idea.
Hey, time spent with one another, getting those endorphins going.
Yeah.
And there's also something about cycling where you're out on the road and there's not really much else to concentrate on other than, keeping...
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, the tight pants might offer a bit of excitement for
Love a man
the
in a
couple.
cycling shorts.
Do you know
Well,
what I mean?
what's the excitement there is that you're then going to join a community of other people. And then suddenly you have some excitement because you've got other people to gossip about and other people to hang out with.
Exactly.
And it's out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So definitely you want to be doing things that will get you, because we all seek community, we all seek connection with other people.
Yeah.
Instead of just being isolated, because a lot of that happens too with couples where they get stuck.
Yeah.
They're isolated because of the lifestyles that we lead, because of the fatigue and the work and children, and even if we don't have children, and we don't get out. I'm like really supporting the notion of people being in community more.
Yes,
We need to do that. that. So joining a hiking, cycling, walking club is great because you're stimulated by other people.
Exactly. And what I love about exercise is it has that feel-good factor afterwards. So maybe by the time you guys get home,
You sweat it together.
you know, it's
just
like this exciting. You look at each other with new eyes and be like, hey.
There's a glow on your skin.
Yeah, but you want to do different, I like that, but do different exercise. So if you're used to doing running, don't do the running, do the cycling.
Yes.
Just get unstuck. This is the message.
Yeah.
What part does fear have to play in this
Yeah.
topic that we're talking about today?
Excellent, excellent question. So if you dig down and you think about why are we stuck? Because all of us are exposed to so much information around what is available and what we can be doing as individuals and as a couple. You want to think about, and I really challenge our viewers, you know, what holds you back from getting unstuck in your relationship? And what the research shows us, it's all about fear. I am afraid of doing something new. I'm afraid of doing something out of my comfort zone. I'm afraid of doing something I might fail at, I might not be good at. So it keeps me stuck in this place. I'm afraid of suggesting something to my partner because my partner might think I'm kind of stupid. So I just keep quiet and I stay stuck. So I really would like to know from our viewers, what are your basic underlying fears that you have about doing new things for yourself, like dressing in something like this, kind of weird, or doing any kind of activity that for you may have felt really fearsome and holds you stuck in your own individual space and stuck in your relationship space. What is it that you're afraid of?
Very, very powerful question.
I
What
wanna
is
know
it that you are afraid of? Well, there you go, Dr. Eve put the question out there. Give us
Yes.
a call on 021-430-9881 if you feel like you have a question or comment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, we're back with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve. We're talking about how to reignite that relationship, getting out of the rut, and then possibly even dressing to impress, not to suppress at the end of that. But we've got Abby on the line this morning. Abby, you've been in a relationship for 3 months now. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, Abby.
We good. I have a question for Dr. Eve, though. Yes, I'm in a relationship that is it's a less than 3 months, actually. It's very boring. Same routine. Like, all the excitement is gone, don't know where to, and yeah, I just want out. But the thing is, matters of the heart, you can just leave because you still love that person.
Whoa. You see what I said about the 7-minute thing? It's not a 7-month thing. Yeah, Abby, I mean, what is it that's boring to you about the relationship? Why are you bored?
First, how do I say this? Okay, first, things were very, very exciting. He was lovely. He was very open, funny, laughing. But lately, I don't know whether he was still charming me,
Yeah.
But now we are together. It's less than 3 months. The routine is just one. When I'm visiting, it's just when he comes back from work, he wants to eat and sleep. No talking, no cuddling, no nothing. Even, I'm sorry to say this, even sex.
I was just going to say.
On his terms. So everything is basically working one-sided. And whenever I try to talk to him, he's very defensive and we end up in a fight.
Wow. So you do make suggestions and you say to him, hey, let's go have some fun or let's have some sex or maybe even bringing in a sex toy.
Yeah.
And he's resistant and he's just shut down from you.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so I'm now confused. It's 3 months, you don't have children, and you said it's a matter of the heart, though. It's hard to leave. What is going on with your heart that makes it hard to leave?
I love him.
I love you story. You love him, but you're not excited with him, and he is not contributing to your well-being or to your intimacy. So what do you love about him? And let's go back to the original question we were talking about.
Yeah.
What are you afraid of, Abby? What keeps you there that makes you afraid to leave, rather?
I think I've got this mentality that says we're getting old and this jumping in and out of a relationship, a new relationship time and again, it's kind of boring, like for example, when you have a kid, you get those stretch marks or that operation, and you need to explain to the next person what happened, why you like this. You need to get used to the new person again, and doing that over and over, it's tiring.
Sure.
Thank you so much for being so honest with us. You see how it starts off with one story, complaining about the guy, he's boring, I'm bored. But look at the real issue that Abby has been sitting with. It's a self-consciousness around her body and aging, and also a sense of, I cannot keep doing this dating thing and undressing in front of a man and getting into a vibe with this person and then saying, let's leave. So she wants to stay and try and make it work. Abby, then make it work. Then do something about it. If you feel that this guy's boring, as Leanne would say, have a conversation with this person, and I'm hearing you trying and he's shutting down. But I also really believe that, you know, it's okay to be single. It's okay to be solo, rather than having to tolerate somebody who doesn't add value and where you feel you're not being valued, and that if you've tried, you stay with somebody just because of your fear. Hey, girlfriend, you got to rethink that.
Dr. Eve, thank you so much. And Abby, thank you very much
you.
for being so honest with us and sharing so openly. We're going to have just one more little sit down and chat with Dr. Eve very shortly. Stay tuned.